What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'll be showing you the basics of smithing and how to get started on it. So let's get started.
Say that it feels right.
So, what are enhancements for and why is it so important? Well, enhancements is a way for you to add skills into your gear. So, if you remember when you first started the game, you first crafted your grass band and you notice it gave you extra speed when you put the rings on. And when you check them, you notice that it has +3 exploration. That's enhancements. Those skills are everywhere when you put your any other rings. You notice that it gives you stats. It's built into the game, but don't mistake it, because there's these other stats. They're called runes, and they're often confused with the enhancements, but I want to tell you that they're different. The runes are things that are built into the item when you craft it. So, ancient, you can see my gear has ancient on it, radiant, glowing, stain, humming. Those are not enhancements, those are runes. And the only way to manipulate the runes, if you're looking to do that, is through using the glowing altar. I have a video about that if you want to check it out. It's just the basics on glowing altar, but I will make a video on how to get started on the glowing altar. But let's get back to enhancing. So enhancing, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need an anvil, which to build it, it's 400 stone and 10 silver. I also recommend you having upgrades for scholar. So here, if I go to my upgrades, you want your scholar to be at least 25. Mine's 24, but that's because I just wanted to make a tutorial video for it. And I also, I just made myself a EXP dish, so I won't have to struggle with it. But here we go. And you're also going to need a hammer. So it could be any hammer, but I suggest the hammer that has ancient on it. And next, you're gonna need to mine a bunch of gems, a lot of gems. I recommend at least 350 gems to get started. These 350 gems will get you to level 40 in no time, or not in no time, but it's gonna be easy for you to get to level 40 smithing. So I want to share my favorite places or hotspots that I like to get these gems, because there are various places, but here's my two most favorite. The first place I want to show you is through the underworld. You can get a lot of gems. So right now, if you start from Crossroads, head your way to Snake Pit, and if you follow the path, you'll eventually end up in the underworld. The farther you descend through the underworld, the easier it will be for you to find these crystal mines. Now, I did save my underworld recall, so I'm just gonna quickly teleport to there. So here's how you want to go about getting gems in the underworld. There's two ways. You can either mine the gems, or you can duplicate your items using an altar. I will be coming out with a duplicating guide, so stay tuned for that. The next place I want to show you is Wolf Cave. So if you go north of Market Square, you're going to enter the arena ruins, and if you head to the top right corner, you'll end up at Wolf Cave. You'll be there. And if you follow this path that I'm going right now, you'll end up where the crystal mines are. And this is my favorite spot to mine because I don't have to go anywhere, specifically the underworld, when I don't want to. It's just there. You just got to be able to handle the ice element, and that's it. Alright, so you got your gems and everything, but before we proceed further into training your smithing, let me explain a little bit more about the gems. So there are 11 types of gems, so 11 kinds, and the ruby is specifically for enchanting damage into your gear. You only need a ruby and a specific amount depending on how much damage you want. The next one is the emerald. That one is specifically for defense. If you want defense on your gear, you're gonna add emeralds to your specific item. And the rest of the 9 gems are used for skills. So if you want to add a skill, each skill has a unique combination of 3 gems in order to add it. So for example, if I want to add crafting, I'm going to need quartz, sapphire, and topaz. This unique combination will get you crafting plus in your gear. By the way, I'm getting all this information from a Wikipedia page, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below so you can check it out. It has the unique combinations for each skill if you're looking for that. Alright, so you got your gems, you got the item you want to train on. By the way, make sure that you are smithing a 2-handed weapon. So it could be a hammer, shovel, it can be knitting needles. As long as it's 2-handed, it'll be easy for you to train smithing. Alright, and after that, you're going to place the 3 gems, the 350 gems. Next, you place the 2-handed weapon, and you just whack it with the hammer. Make sure you're wearing ancient gear, as that gives you more EXP bonus. Make sure when you hit the item that it is increasing by 5 to 8% of completing it. So yeah, and you want to make sure you don't want to hold auto. You want to just keep tapping, hit, hit, hit. You don't want to make an expensive accident. You're going to whack it until it says 70%, take the item off, and then put it back on the anvil and repeat. And you're going to do this until when you want to stop, or if that's enough. I recommend level 40 smithing. That's a good level, because then you put on some smithing gear and you'll easily be able to add some skills to your gear. You will also notice that you're going to need more gems, because the higher level your smithing is, the easier it'll be for you to complete an item from smithing. Next, I want to show you the difference of training a one-handed weapon with a two-handed. So I'm just grabbing various items. If I drop the dagger and then I try to train, it's 19%. That's not very good. So we're not going to use the dagger. Compared to the hammer, 8%. That's pretty good. So anything two-handed is the best item to train. And this works with, so same applies to the armor. It's a one-handed item. So when I hit it, 19%. So it's not very good. And yeah, so I'm just showing you the difference between training various items. Always make sure it's two-handed. Pickaxe works, so when I whack it, 8%. There you go. So next, what I want to cover is the breaking chance for an item. So the breaking chance increases the more enhancement it has. So this journeyman ring has 3, the warrior signet has 4, and if I compare the breaking chance difference, it increases by a lot. So 55%, that's not very good. So I'm definitely not gonna smith that. I'm not high enough level. And if I try this one, see, it's all different, and there's no actual like data that tells you that the breaking chance is gonna be this. It's always different. So just be careful, always watch out. If there's a high chance of breaking your gear, then don't smith it at all. So I want to show you how do you remove an enhancement from a gear, and the reason why you would want to do this is to make something even lower level. So I have this grass band and I want to remove all the enhancements. Basically, you're going to add 1 gem of each of the skill combos of 3 to remove a certain skill. So right now I'm removing the first one, which is exploration. And whoa, that's not good. Here, one sec, I'm getting my rings. So I am back, and as you can see, my smithing's 50, and I'll easily remove the exploration. There you go. It's like it's finished. You added exploration plus 0. That means I just removed it. And see, when I put it on, no exploration. That's very good. So I'm gonna quickly remove the rest of the enhancements on this ring. You can also overwrite skills by adding +1 exploration or a +10 exploration. It's gonna replace the current skill with the new one. Alright, and as you can see, it has no enhancements. That's very good. Now I'm going to show you how you can add skills to your gear. Now when you add skills to your gear, you always want to make sure is check on the level, because adding skills will increase the levels. So always check that first and then add your necessary skills to your gear. And as you can see, I added +1 damage to my steel dagger. You would just place it and then place the gems, whack it, and you'll end up with a powerful dagger. Alright, and that's the end of the guys. See you next one.